In this show, we're going to spend some time talking about free NFTs, a WandaVision spinoff, a new Hulk title that is going to be coming out, and Image also turns 30, and more. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This right here is the Ready, Set, Go preview show, and this is a show that we have been doing, I think, for like 140 weeks or something like that. And as a reminder, for those people that may have missed out, we are no longer doing the Go Collect giveaway. I've had a couple of people reach out to me as of this week asking what is going on with the Go Collect giveaway. We are not doing the giveaway anymore, but I definitely want to thank everyone for continuing to tune in to watch all of the wonderful, substantive, robust videos that come out from the channel every single week. And as I alluded to at the top of the show, we're going to spend some time talking about several different things over the course of the time that we have together. Image turns 30. There is a new Hulk title coming out. WandaVision has its first spinoff, and there's some free NFTs that are being handed out right now. And I also want to update you guys that GarageCon is going down. I think I saw Jeffrey here a few moments ago saying that he was going to try to make it out to GarageCon with his wife. It is going down. And I've had a couple of people reach out to me asking for some more details around GarageCon. What I will tell you is that we are in the Weddington area of North Carolina, right? So a lot of people are like, where in Charlotte? Where exactly? We are outside of the city proper, near an area called Weddington. More details will be provided, so stay tuned for that. But I wanted to at least provide a little bit more context for those folks that are going to be traveling into the area and are going to be looking for hotels and other accommodations. Weddington, North Carolina is the area. GarageCon is going down November 20th. I am hopeful that people will be able to make it out. I have set aside a lot of books and will continue to set aside some additional books that will be offered up. Some other things that we're working on in the background. We're trying to make some magic happen. So please continue to bear with me as we work through these additional things. I will tell you, I'm feeling a little refreshed today. My parents graciously volunteered to watch my children so that my wife and I could have a little bit of a day date. We had a wonderful, wonderful day. I will tell you that it was nice to not have to worry about a kid or a dog for a period of time. It was vainglorious. So I am trying to make arrangements for my parents to come back and watch my kids. But my parents are some very social people. They are social butterflies. They have a couple of camping trips that are coming up with some friends. They take their trailer. They go have some fun. They're going to Vegas. They're doing all kinds of stuff. Then they're going to be working GarageCon, and I'm hopeful that I can at least get one weekend in there, like maybe before Thanksgiving, if not before Thanksgiving, maybe after Thanksgiving, but keeping my fingers crossed that I can get another day date with the wife in there. Let me give you guys a rundown on some of the content that is going to be coming out from the channel this week. My man Doug and I teamed up to do another Blue Ocean spec video. We're going to be doing this video, releasing it, in which we're going to show you 3 books that might be Blue Ocean opportunities, Blue Ocean spec books, and there is a giveaway associated with it. I have not even opened up the package. This is the package that Doug sent me, and inside of here is the giveaway. I don't know what he sent me. Maybe he will comment on it in the comment section, because I know that he's in the chat here, but maybe he'll release some of those details. There's a comment here. Reg, are you going to bring your parents on the show? No. My parents are social people, but I don't know if they want to come on the show and talk about comics. My parents might actually be watching right now, because they are known to watch some things. I wish I could make it to GarageCon. My grandparents live in Gaston, I think Gastonia, about 20 miles away from Charlotte. That's what's up. That's what's up. Scrolling through some of the comments, making sure I'm all caught up. I think I am. I saw that one from Kimball, so I wanted to acknowledge that one. Billy, watch your mouth. This is a family show, okay? Watch your mouth, sir. All right, so I think I was giving you guys a rundown on some of the content that is going to be coming out from the channel. As I mentioned, there is a Blue Ocean spec video in which we highlight 3 books that are spec books that you may have in your collection. You may be able to find in dollar bins. And like I said, there is a giveaway. And the giveaway, the entry for the giveaway is very, very simple. All you have to do is to leave a substantive comment on the video, right? It's none of that next and first or any of that other kind of stuff. It's something substantive, robust, even if you're feeling frisky. In addition to that, I found some really awesome keys in the 100K collection. So I'm going to be showing you guys a video in which I show you, but basically I'm going to release a video in which I show you some comics that I found in the 100K collection. These books may or may not go off to CGC. We will see. In addition to that, to the point of CGC, I am also going to be showing you the top 10 most submitted books into CGC. And as a reminder, this video that I release every single month is a leading indicator of what is going to be sold into the market in some way, shape, or form, right? What happens is we send, as a community, as an industry, send books into CGC every single month. CGC gives me a report of those books that have been sent in before those books are actually graded, before they're in the census database. I get that information. I do a video, I release it. I'm like, hey, here is what people have sent in. And there are lots of things I think that you can do with this data. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to stay tuned for that video. That one will be released. In addition to that, we're actually going to be doing Comics Today on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In addition to all of that stuff, we actually have a blog post that is going to come out on Wednesday, and it's actually about spec comics. I'm reading my notes here. It's from spec. It's about spec comics, and there's also going to be a podcast released on Monday. Both of those things are going to be released at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there you go. That is all the content that is going to be coming out from the channel. Let me scrolling through AF15 1.8 sold for like 30K or something wild recently. The only keys I can afford right now are the keys to the Jeep. Hey, brother, there's some people that can't even afford a Jeep. Okay, so let's celebrate. Let's celebrate the wins that we have. Thank you very much, Dina. I think it's going to be a good week. I think that there's a couple of good videos that are coming out from the channel this week. So I hope folks will tune in. And then I think the show that we're going to do on Wednesday, Comics Today, I think is also going to be interesting. So hopefully you guys can make that. Frank Miller is coming back to CGC. I have about 3 books that I want to get signed by him. That's what's up. Scrolling through some of the comments, I may actually be all caught up. Sheila and Fred are my parents. I like that Batman 442 behind you. That's what's up. Brother, I will tell you, I probably have 40 copies of that book. I probably have 40 copies easy of Batman 442. It's a really, really cool cover. I found a lot of those in the 100K collection. New viewer, Kevin, how you doing, brother? It is nice to always welcome a new viewer. Hopefully, Kevin, look at me. Kevin, don't just be a viewer. Go ahead and tickle that subscribe button, turn on notifications. That way you don't miss out on any of the content that is going to be coming out from the channel. If there's anybody else out there, I want you to listen to the sound of my voice. I want you to do exactly what I just told you. Tickle that button, turn on notifications. Shout out to my man Doug, who was at NYCC signing books and all that good stuff this weekend. Hope you had a good meeting. Look at this. People, welcome. That's what's up. This is why people tune in like 30 minutes before the show. Is because of the folks that are in here, except for L. Smith. He shows up late. He does, however, show up, though, which is, we're going to acknowledge that. L. Smith, it's good to see you, brother. Good to see you. That dude never disappoints on Wednesday when he always comes in having picked up a stack of books. That's what's up. Sheila and Fred, there you go. Fred Cabbage. Yeah, my brother and I used to think that was incredibly funny. What is this? Here we go. I don't know how to say that. Kale. We're going to just leave it with Kale. Thank you, brother. Watch your videos often, but first time viewing, welcome to you. We appreciate you. We appreciate all people. If there's anybody else in here that is a first time live viewer, let us know that you're here. My Canadian brother, Rush. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you. My man, Jess Pele, it is good to see you as well, my friend. Just found a bunch of my books. Just found out a bunch of my books are in the grading room. Only been gone 6 months. Hey, we are going to call that a win, my friend. We are going to call that a win. Congratulations. Fingers crossed that they continue to make it through the process and make it to your house. I, too, have some books actually inbound. I have some books inbound. I thought that they had arrived on Friday. I chased down the FedEx driver only to realize that he was not coming to my house. Oh, it's collector spell funny. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome. All right. So I gave you guys a rundown of some of the content that is going to be coming out from the channel this week. I hope that folks will be able to check out the content. Pretty flies. Like I dig it. I dig it. That's what's up. As a reminder, the pre-recorded videos that come out will be released at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. I adjusted the time last week. I paid a price. Views were lower this last week, but I hope people will be able to make the adjustment. Reg, are you going to have a CGC witness at GarageCon witnessing you sign some? No, my brother, we are not going to be doing that. CGC, as good of friends we are, they are not going to send anybody here, unfortunately. No. I could probably send the books myself, but I don't know if I want that level of responsibility because I'm actually a dealer. I'm a dealer and I can sign because I'm registered with them. I'm not sure if I want that responsibility. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know about that one, but it's a good thought. It's a good thought. Maybe one day GarageCon will be large enough to actually have something really cool like that. So the very first thing that I want to tell you guys about, I got an email. It was in my spam folder. I almost missed it, but I'm so glad that I did backtrack and I realized that DC Comics was giving away free NFTs. It started on October 5th. They have been giving away free NFTs. And if you guys don't know about non-fungible tokens, you are missing out on some opportunities because these NFTs are going for some decent money. It is really interesting to see what is happening. I had a guy from the UK reach out to me this weekend asking some questions about NFTs. I personally believe that we are in the early stages of this NFT stuff. What will it be in the future? I don't know. But as more people learn about it, as more people wrap their minds around it, I think that there's opportunity, especially as more and more companies start to offer more and more NFTs. There needs to be at some point some consolidation because there's so many wallets, there's so many platforms, there's so many this, that, and the other that it's a little confusing. But fingers crossed, with time, as this thing starts to mature, non-fungible tokens could be a really good opportunity. That is my firm belief. And to that point, I want to let you guys know about this. DC has partnered up with Palm NFT Studio to release some NFTs. And the DC NFTs, this was actually posted on Jim Lee's Instagram. He said, hand selected by Jim Lee will be available for free starting October 5th to all new and existing registered members of DC Fandom. And a second free NFT will be available to all fans who share on social media, specifically on the Twitter. So if you have not registered yet, head over to dcfandom.com and register for free. I think you then have to get an email. In that email will be a token, basically a code. I think it's like an 8-digit code. You go, you plug that code in, you wait for a while, you hit the refresh button for a little while, and eventually they will award you a token. So featuring superheroes like Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and Harley Quinn, the premier DC NFT drop, which is non-fungible token, offers fans the opportunity to collect 3 covers for each character in 3 levels of rarity. So there's a common, there's a rare, and then there's a legendary. Those are the 3 levels. I was able to get a Court of the Isles common and a Nubia Wonder Woman rare. Those were the 2 non-fungible tokens that I was able to score, and you can actually see some images of them. This is the common Wonder Woman right here, cover of Wonder Woman issue number 1 by George Perez. Here is the Nubia. This is the one that I actually scored. This is the rare NFT. Here is the legendary Wonder Woman. That's Flora. Yara Flora. Here is Superman. This is a common. Here is the Batman Court of the Isles common. Here is Green Lantern common, and then also the Harley Quinn common. So 7 or multiple, I should say, multiple options available. All you have to do is to go register, and then you can hopefully claim your thing. I will tell you, I had to refresh a couple of times to get this thing to work. You can do it both on your computer and on your cell phone. I opted for the cell phone. It was a little bit easier for me to be able to do that. So Reggie got arrested for going after the FedEx guy. Hey, I did get pulled over. Okay, I was speeding this weekend, which is not unusual for me. I was pulled over by the cop, and so I saw the cop coming as he was coming towards me. He looped back around. By the time he got behind me, I was already parked and had my license out the window. He came over, and he basically, in the end, thanked me for being super polite and let me off with a warning. And I was like, brother, thank you. So I was able to not get a ticket, which is really cool. But Reggie, as I told my daughter who was in the back seat, is never going to jail. Okay. And I wasn't going all that fast. Technically, I wasn't speeding at all. He was headed towards me. He has no clue how fast I was going. We're going to stick with that. That is a story that we are telling. Reggie is going hard in the paint. I'm telling you, man. I will tell you, Matt Woods. I had somebody, as I mentioned, reach out to me from the UK asking my opinion of NFTs. He's been trying to buy some stuff. I am only honestly buying NFTs when they come out. If they come out and I can get them for like $7, $6, $5, whatever it is, I'm on board. If I miss out, I miss out. I am not spending at the moment any kind of crazy money, and I'm primarily, honestly, going after Silver Age NFTs, right? Those that are like Silver Age or Golden Age. That's where I'm focusing. That's where my collection is. That's where my head is, and that's where I'm choosing to go after it. Floppy disk are the next collectibles. Fingers crossed. As you guys saw, I have an original AOL from Wizard floppy disk 3.5. 9.8. That's all I'm gonna say to you. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Jeremy, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. He must have been I think cops have a tough time. You know what I'm saying? And when they meet somebody that's technically, I don't know if he knew how fast I was going or not, right? So that's like part 1. Part 2, I didn't lie. I didn't admit to anything. I was super polite. I was like, here's my license. Thank you, officer. So we had a good little exchange. And so I treat people with respect, man. And then I also told him my uncle was chief of police of Cincinnati. This was at the end. This was after he was basically like, here's your warning, So I was like, hey, my uncle's chief of police, man. I got nothing but respect for cops. So there you go. He was not going to catch me. If I had stepped on the gas, he would not have caught me in that little car that he was driving. Let me tell you that. Stevie G in the UK, how you doing, brother? It is good to see. That is like one of my fears. Like when I'm in public, I'm trying to be on my best behavior because you never know who knows who you are. You know what I'm saying? What is it? The floppy disk is supposed to be a storage device for a surprise. I don't know. Tino, I'm gonna defer to you, brother. I'm gonna defer to you. NFT taking a shot on gold. That's what the only 2 NFTs that I own were bought on the day of release for you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, brother? Some of these NFTs are going for some crazy money, and I'm not there. I'm not there. I will spend money, but it will be on a physical comic that I can hold in my hand and store here in the room and just stick on the wall. Like that's where I'm going to spend my money. This other NFT stuff that, the non, tangible stuff, it's just a couple of bucks. And that is it. Don't tell them that. It's like the 90s all over again. Buy all the NFTs. Just like the 90s with the shiny foil, you will be rich. No, you won't. Let me see. Scrolling down. What is that? Oh, there was a guy. You can outrun the car, but you can't outrun that radio, sis. No, no doubt. No doubt. I watch a lot of Cops. Let me tell you, I'm a huge fan of Cops. And I think Cops is actually coming back soon. So I'm actually looking forward to that. For those folks that came in a little bit later, I want to remind you guys that Garage Con is going down November 20th in the Weddington, North Carolina area. If you are interested in coming, you now have a location that is better than Charlotte. It is the Weddington area of North Carolina. Time to be determined. I'm an early riser, so we may start at like 9, which is kind of late for me. I'll be on like my 8th cup of coffee by that point, but I'm thinking maybe 9. I need to see what's going on with my parents and see what time they think that they can be here. So stay tuned. Zoro is saying he is a big NFT collector. Actually, that is what's up. I acknowledge NFTs are a thing, but not my, hey, Just Pele, I respect it, brother. And I say this I think I said this in a video coming up. Like, one, you should never substitute my judgment for your own. You have to evaluate what makes sense for you. And if nothing else, just make sure that you are informed. Even if you decide that it is not your jam, that is perfectly fine. At least be informed and make an informed decision. And I have no doubt that my man Just Pele does exactly that. Joe, I did see that. I saw that you snagged 2 of them. That's what's up. Congrats. I saw that on your Instagram. What's up, Lee? How you doing, brother? It is good to see you, my friend. These NFTs appear to be a lot like crypto. Yes, they are. It's basically similar technology. It is blockchain. NFTs are basically blockchain technology. Non-fungible tokens is what the NFT actually stands for. I think part of the reason that DC partnered up with this Palm NFT is it's supposed to be a low environmental impact blockchain NFT, because some of them, I guess, have some detrimental effects on the environment given how much energy it takes to produce them. I don't get into all that. There you go. I need that Turok NFT. You might be waiting a while for that one. If you are new, if this is your first time doing a live stream, I definitely want to hear you guys say what's up. If you're first time live stream, let us know so that we can actually welcome you in to the live stream. So Steve says, had to switch Reggie to the big screen TV. Can't do the phone anymore. Yes, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I'm gonna just go ahead and say crypto is on the right. I'm gonna tell you, man, my crypto portfolio is starting to look pretty attractive right now. And I don't have a ton. There's people out there that have way more money than me to invest in crypto. I do it with play money. Like, it's like comic book money by and large. I'll sell some comics, I'll put it over in crypto, and if it does well, maybe I'll take it out of crypto and put it back in a comic or something like that. But that's all play money. That is all play money. These DC NFTs don't even have pages. That is true. One of the cool things about the ones that are being offered by Marvel on Vivi, that is the app that I actually use, is that you can actually read the digital comic. The ones that are being offered on Palm are just static isn't right word because they do move a little bit, but they are not comic books. They are not comic books. They are just straight up NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens, which can be a variety of things, from a comic that you can flip through like a PDF to an image that is actually animated and a static image, even for that matter. So let me see. What are the blue wrenches? The blue wrenches are the individuals that are moderators of my chat. Oftentimes they are trusted individuals that I speak to on a regular basis. They are people that know way more than me, way more about me than anybody out there. Let's be serious about that. They are also really good people. Every single one of the blue wrenches is a good person that I trust to make some judgment calls on some stuff, just in case things get out of control. They wreck shop, but they do so nicely. Shout out to all the blue wrenches. I appreciate all of you guys being in here. All right, so for those folks that came in a little bit late, NFTs, free NFTs from DC is the very first thing that we talked about. And I'm actually going to move on to the second topic, but I do want to at least go back to this one really quickly. You can actually score some free NFTs, non-fungible tokens, by registering at dcfandom.com. If you register there, you will get an email, and in that email will be a code. That code can be redeemed for a non-fungible token from DC. And then if you share the fact that you received that NFT, you can actually get a second. So the first one that I did, I actually received this one right here, the Common Batman Court of Owls. And then when I did the tweet out on Twitter, they actually awarded me the Nubia Wonder Woman rare NFT. So I don't know if these things have any value at the moment. Really doesn't matter because it's a cool thing to be able to pick up, especially when you can do so for free. Almighty Liger King is basically like DC is like Oprah. Everybody, you get an NFT. Well done. All right. So the second thing that I wanted to talk about is WandaVision. You guys know I had some strong opinions about WandaVision. Those first 2 episodes were trash. They were trash, and I almost did not make it beyond the first 15 minutes of episode 1. But everybody was like, Reggie, you have to stick with it. I stuck with it. It was painful. But once I was past those 2 episodes, it got a little bit better. Ultimately, I did end up liking the WandaVision show. There were definitely some bright spots in this series, and one of those bright spots is now about to be spun out and will get its own series. And I will tell you, I am super pumped about that. WandaVision starring Catherine is in the works at Disney Plus. And this is actually a photo of her. She looks a whole lot younger than I thought she was. That makeup that they do for her is fantastic. She looks way younger. But here, Catherine Hahn, the WandaVision spinoff is in development at Disney Plus for Marvel Studios. Variety has learned exclusively from sources. Catherine will reprise the role of Agatha Harkness in the series, which is described by sources as a dark comedy, though the exact plot details remain under wraps. And this, I did not know that this was written by a woman. I think it's maybe Jacqueline Schaefer, will serve as the writer and executive producer on the project should the spinoff go forward. So important to remember that this thing seems to be moving forward, but when they say should it go forward, that gives me a little pause that there may be some uncertainty there, at least on the part of this writer and or editor that is putting this thing together. They highlight that this would be the first project that Schaefer has set up with Marvel since she signed an overall deal with them and 20th Century in May. 20th Century Television. As with all projects in development, Marvel Studios is staying mum on this one. It goes on to talk about some of the representatives and some of that other stuff. This show and specifically this character, I thought were incredibly well done. Again, the later episodes I thought was well done, but for me, one of the bright spots was the actress Catherine, who played Agnes. Is that her name? Is that the character's name? Agnes. Yeah. I thought was incredibly well done. I thoroughly enjoyed her. And so I'm looking forward to the show actually coming out. I don't know what her first appearance in a comic is actually doing right now. I know at one point it started to take off, started to get a little hot. So I don't know what it's doing right now, but it potentially will heat up again if it has actually cooled off as a result of some of this news coming out. There you go. Saying it means bewitched. Who is that? Reggie. That's what's up. And I lost my chat. Bear with me as I attempt to bring it back. See if I can get control here. Whenever I'm in that screen for too long, it does something funky with the chat. So let me see if I can get control back. And now I have it. I am in control again. Scrolling through some of the comments here. But what is that? If someone had told me that millions of fans would be excited a few years ago, who would have been? Man, you could say that about so many things associated with the MCU. Let's be completely honest about that. Groot, bro, come on. Groot, Star-Lord, no one. No, Rocket Raccoon, no one. You could even say that about some other Disney Plus shows, right? I think it is wonderful what is happening right now. And I am going to continue to enjoy it until the wheels fall off. I'm going to enjoy it because these shows are really, really great. So let me scroll through. Let's just say if Netflix fumbles Sandman, I'm rooting for Disney to pick it up. That's what's up. Uh, what did Reggie say? People are agreeing with Reggie. What did he say? Agatha meets Bewitched. Oh, hey, you could be right. You could. That's well. Hopefully not in black and white, because that was part of my problem with those early episodes of WandaVision. The black and white. There's a reason why we now have color TV, because black and white was not the move. I mean, I might as well just get up and walk across the room so I can turn that little dial and go, that's just not my jam. That's not my jam. Not at all. What is that? Hopefully they can do the same with Eternals as they did with Guardians. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. I actually started reading what is it? The new Eternals book featuring Thanos. I can't even think of the title right now. I started reading that, and it's actually pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. That last volume of Eternals, I struggled with the first few issues, but I think that they may be doing something there. I think that they may be doing something there to kind of set up the movie, but we will see. We will see if it actually plays out that way. Great time to have a robust collection. Something pops, man. That's facts. That's facts. Scrolling through, what is that? Marvel has an amazing ability to take properties that are considered C and D list and make them A list. Heck, I didn't know. Hey, it's, there is definitely a strategy to that. There is a strategy to that in my mind. If you take an A-list character, it might trap you potentially in that character success and their history, where people are so invested that they don't want to see you deviate in any way, shape, or form from the original IP. The wonderful thing about playing with some of these C and D list characters is that most of the time, no one actually cares about them. No one has any vested interest in them. So if you tell a really good story with a really whack character, suddenly that whack character isn't so whack anymore. And to the point that I think 2021 just made by having a large collection, not, necessarily giving away stuff or taking better care of your stuff. You never know what in your collection is going to pop because of Marvel's ability to the point that was just made, to take these low budget characters and do some really awesome stuff with them, where people are like, this is dope. Rocket Raccoon, dope. Baby Groot, oh my goodness. Sign me up for some Baby Groot. You cannot go wrong. Black and white shows, ungood. Okay, unless I'm watching like Andy Griffith or Beverly Hillbillies, something like that, like I'm okay with that, right? Otherwise, I need to see it in color, preferably in high def color. That's all I'm saying to you. I am Groot, hashtag that's what's up. Anyone see Venom, Let There Be Carnage? We had that conversation last week. There was a lot of people that saw it that did not think that it was great. Matt Woods, what is that saying? Marvel sold the rights to X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four. They took the Avengers and made complete, man, because they had nothing else. They sold those other characters, man, because they were trying to keep the lights on, and all they had was the scrubby Avengers. And I know people like the Avengers, but the Avengers are not the Fantastic Four, and they are certainly not the X-Men. Again, not to take anything away, it's not Spider-Man. We all know this, people. We all know it. All right, scrolling through some of the comments. Oh, this guy. My favorite show of all time is Black. This guy. Holy. The Monsters was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good. I will tell you that. Scrolling. Oh, the Perry Mason. My granny loves some Perry Mason. She did. Scrolling through some of the comments. Let me see. It's all good, brother. I'm just having fun. I'm just riffing. I'm just riffing over here. So for those folks that came in a little bit late, we talked a little bit about the NFTs. The NFTs that are being offered up, those were pretty good too. I will admit. I will admit those are pretty good. We talked about some NFTs that are being given away by DC. So make sure you guys sign up for that over at, what is the website? Let me scroll back up, dcfandom.com, and go ahead and claim a couple of NFTs. We also talked about the WandaVision spinoff that is going on. Hopefully, that will hopefully see the light of day. And I will tell you, here's one thing I'm excited about. A lot of people have been upset with the fact that some of these writers have moved and these creators have moved on to Substack. A lot of people are believing that a lot of these creators have moved on to Substack and have basically turned their back on Marvel and DC and all that kind of stuff. But that's not necessarily the case. Not necessarily the case. Some of these creators have gone over there to take their shot on goal, to have an opportunity to make some cash, to make good with their own intellectual property, which I think is really, really wonderful. But some of them are continuing to do business with the other companies that are out there. Again, the Marvel and DC, and specifically, I am talking about my man Donnie Cates and Ryan Otley. Well, maybe not Ryan Otley. I don't think he's left, but my man Donnie Cates is definitely one foot out the door, but is still trying to make some magic here. And I am excited about this one because the new Hulk title is coming out relatively soon, and there are 15 and counting variant covers for this book. Like anything else, pick your favorites and buy that and just keep it moving. But I am excited to actually read. I'm excited to actually read this thing. I did not pick up any of the ones from Free Comic Book Day. Maybe you guys picked it up. There was an Avengers and Hulk story in there, and I think it sets up what is ultimately going to be seen and what is now being called Hulk 1. And that was the question, was whether it's going to be called Immortal Hulk anymore. It is not. It appears to be called Hulk 1. And they provide us, I think that this is from that Free Comic Book Day comic. I don't know. It could be from Hulk 1. Let me read that. Let me see. Nope, it's from Hulk 1. My bad on that one. But it looks pretty interesting. Ryan Otley seems to be doing his thing here, putting a lot of energy into these pages. I'm actually looking forward again to reading what it is that Donnie Cates has in store, because he built it up. He built it up. Marvel just gave me the keys to the strongest one there is, Cates said. And he says, you guys are not ready for this. You're about to find out what happens when Ryan and I get angry. I'm pretty sure you're going to like us a lot when we're angry. That was what he said when they picked up the title. So we will see. We will see what this thing looks like. I think it drops. Does it give the date in here? I want to say it was like November. Let me see. November 10th. November 10th is the date. Here are some of the covers. Let me shrink this down so you guys can actually see that a little bit better. Hopefully you guys, let me check. See if you guys can see that. Yeah, that's better. All right. So let me see. There's some pretty awesome covers in here. There's a couple not so good covers. Couple not so good covers, but there's a couple in here that are pretty good. That one's actually pretty cool. I dig this one. I think that this one is pretty awesome right here. This homage has been done several different times. We have a little bit of the X-23 in the background. I dig that cover. I think that one's really, really well done. So this one's cool too. This one looks like an NFT to me. This one seriously looks like an NFT cover to me as I looked at that, then the blank and the purple. I think this one's cool as well. I'm not sure who the artist is on this one right here, but I thought that this one was well done. Was well done right there. So that one's cool. And this is one that I would like to pick up, preferably the Virgin, if I can get my hands on it. But at the most, or at the worst, I'll get the trade dress version of it. So Hulk 1 is supposed to be dropping. Donnie Cates is hopefully going to make some magic happen with this title. So what is that? Hulk Buster getting the the Hulk is not he's not shy about going hands on. He's not shy. He's not shy about at all throwing some shade. Hey, it is what it is, sir. It is what it is. I call it like I see it. If it's dope, it's dope. If it's not, then it's ungood. I can't believe Kate sold me on yeah, man. Cates will get you, bro. Cates will get you. He'll stick his hand in your pocket. He'll stick his hand in your pocket and just rifle around in there and just come out fist full of dollars. Thought about that, but now you brought it up. I'm going to have to make a list of people that I think would be a good fit for each character. Was that directed at me? I don't know if that was directed at me. Oh no, that was Pretty Fly. Pretty Fly. Okay, I'm coming in late to the conversation. Let me see. Scrolling through some of the comments. What do I think about the excessive covers? Don't buy them. That's what I think. I don't buy all the covers. I find the covers that appeal to me, and then I buy those covers, and that's it. That's the best that I can do. If people continue to buy them, then they will continue to make them. But it's also important to remember that, making covers, variant covers, is also a way for creators, comic shops, guys that do YouTube to be able to make a couple of bucks. And so I don't poo-poo them. I simply say, buy what you like. And if you don't like it, then don't buy it. That's honestly the best piece of advice that I could ever give anybody about anything related to this hobby. If it floats your boat, get on board. I love that She-Hulk cover and the Hulk 181 homage. There are a couple of cool ones. I will tell you. So scrolling through, what is that? Kimball says he's fed up, but I heard he did a pre-order for like all the covers. I think he got all 15 of them, 5 copies each. I think. I'm joking. I don't know. I'm just joking. Scrolling through some nice covers for Hulk 1, no doubt. Do they have a Dale Keown cover? That would be dope. I love some Dale. I met him at some point when I was a kid. He signed my copy of 377. I could not tell you if I said one word to him. I was a shy kid. I have no clue if I ever actually spoke to him. Scrolling through, it is dope or nope. Well, well done, brother. Well done. I only bought. There you go. That's all that we can do, bro. That's all that we can do. If it floats your boat, man, get after it. I really like collecting the variant covers to certain series, not all books, but the ones that I want a full, complete run of. Again, I respect it. Reg, we were talking about actors who would be a good fit for the 4 characters in Alpha. Talk dirty to me. Alpha Flight movie. I'm ready. I think I have 40 covers, 40 copies of Alpha Flight 1. I am ready for that announcement. Okay. That's all I can say to you. I'm ready. Scrolling through. That's my motto on variants. 2, I only buy it if it speaks to you. Once you get used to passing on trash, and that's the thing. Once you can get, oftentimes through that initial FOMO that kicks in with these variants, if you can get to the other side, oftentimes you will be okay. Sometimes you will have a little regret, and that's actually okay as well, because it lets you know that you need to, again, continue pressure testing, what it is that motivates you, what it is that excites you, right? I will tell you, I've passed on a lot of stuff, and there's been some stuff that I've occasionally regretted. There's been probably a lot more stuff that I'm like, glad that I dodged that one. And that's about me getting variants from people as well as buying variants from people. So, scrolling, Kimball's like, all the gunslinger Spawn covers. Scrolling through some of the comments here. We need an Excalibur. Ooh. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. I'll take Alpha Flight. How many copies of X-Men 120 and 121 do you have? I may have 2 each. At least 1 copy of each that is graded. I do know that for a fact, but I think I have like 2 each. But Lee, I have a feeling that you're going to name some big number, because I know you're a big X-Men fan. You only buying multiples. You like to rub my nose in it. I know what's coming. Scrolling through, Richard says, I'm a completist. Yeah, man. Here's the thing. As a completist, and I'm not one. I have, if I were, I think I could wrap my mind around the idea of a cover. As a completist, if you have the A cover, technically you have a complete run. That's how I approached my run of Amazing Spider-Man. I am not collecting every single variant cover out there from 1 to whatever it is right now. There is no way, but I have every A cover. I will tell you that, every A cover, and then a couple of the other ones. How much is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You have to look it up, brother. You have to look it up, my friend. Scrolling through, what about the Marauders? Yeah, I think I was on board with Marauders maybe until around issue 15 or so, and then I got off that as well. A lot of those titles, Marauders was one, and X-Men were the two that I think I stuck with the longest. Those were the ones I stuck with the longest because I was enjoying the Kate and the Bishop stuff that was going on with Marauders. But then eventually I let that one go as well. But Excalibur, I really, really struggle with the Excalibur. The background, I really struggle with that stuff. So I just couldn't get on board with that. Now Regie, not Excalibur. What if it would? Hey, talk dirty to me. Hey, talk dirty. Woo. Sign me up for some Invaders. Ooh, I am going to be giving away some Invaders comics at GarageCon. I have them all set aside. I've actually given some away to some soldiers. There's a couple of things that I did for someone tied to some soldiers, and I passed on several copies of the Invaders books that were given to me by Milt and one other person. Technically, I think two other people. I passed on some copies of those Invaders to those soldiers because I felt like that was a good place for them to go. Other books are actually going to be given away at GarageCon. So if you are coming, rest assured that there will be a lot of freebies that are going to be given away in addition to some things that you can actually buy. But if you come, you hang out, you get some freebies, no doubt about it. Stay tuned. Kate Pride, that's what's up. That's what's up. Put it on her fist. All right, scrolling through. Let me see. I think I'm all caught up. My final issue of Marauders will be issue 25. There you go. All right. So we've ripped off on a couple of things already in the show. The last thing that is on my agenda that I want to share with you guys is that Shadowhawk is coming back. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Shadowhawk returns in 2022 as part of Image's 30th anniversary plans. And it says Image Comics original dark anti-hero Shadowhawk is returning. And it said they should never start a sentence off with a number. That is like a big no-no newsarama. The 30th anniversary of Shadowhawk's debut is as one of the founding characters and titles for Image Comics, and next year will be returning. Jim Valentino, who I also met as a kid, do not remember, has shared news on Facebook that he is working on a commemorative book for 2022 titled Shadowhawk 30th Anniversary Special. Very original. He says, I don't draw very often, but when I do, I still manage to screw it up royally. You got to love somebody with a sense of humor. He says, this is a cover for next year's Shadowhawk 30th anniversary. Today seemed like an appropriate day to post as it is an homage to the very first Image comic. The comic that he's referring to is 1992's Youngblood issue number 1 by Rob Liefeld. Issue number 2 actually features the first appearance of a couple of characters. So if you guys are not watching the videos that come out from the channel, you are missing out. But this is actually a cool cover right here. And what you see there are a couple of characters that are associated with the founding members of Image, those that are still affiliated with Image. So you don't see anything from Jim Lee, who is no longer affiliated, or Wills. I think that's how you say his first name. Neither one of those individuals are still affiliated with Image. So they were actually left out of this homage to Youngblood issue number 1. So a cool looking cover there. That is going to be coming out in 2022. He actually goes on in this article to say that he is not drawing the interior pages of the book. He just did one of the covers for the comic. So Shadowhawk is back, baby, in 2022. So get ready for the Hawk's return. Scrolling through, is Shadowhawk's first appearance the same? Yes, it is. It is Youngblood's issue number 2 is the first appearance of Shadowhawk and also Prophet. If you guys are watching the videos that come out from the channel, you know that Prophet was just supposedly they're making some progress on making this movie from, I think it's Studio 8. I think it's called Studio 8. They're going to be writing a script and hopefully developing this thing into an actual movie. So fingers crossed, we will see. Shadowhawk was the dude that broke backs. I'm going to be honest with you, brother. I don't remember. I bought some Shadowhawk, but I do not remember all of the details of the character, to be honest with you. Some of that early image stuff was not the greatest, being completely honest about that. So let me see. All right, I got it back. That's issue 2. That's what's up. Issue 2 is the one for sure. Found a Youngbloods 2, but it was volume 2. Sorry, brother. Scrolling through, I think I'm all caught up. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier in the show, a couple of really cool videos that are going to be coming out from the channel this week. We're going to be showing a video in which I highlight some keys that were found in the 100K collection. I'm going to show you some of those things. We are going to do the CGC top 10 most submitted books in, and this is basically all books that we as a community, as an industry, have sent in to CGC. I'm going to be giving you a rundown of the most submitted books into CGC for this last month. We're also going to be doing a Blue Ocean spec video. This is basically a video in which Doug and I will highlight some books that are potentially Blue Ocean books, which means that they are undervalued books that you may be able to pick up for a couple of books that have some potential, should things fall a certain way, to maybe go up in value. But as I mentioned, never substitute our judgment for your own. Listen to the argument that I'm making. Consider for yourselves if this is something that you want to do. At the very least, watch the video. See if you have the books in your collection. If you do, set them aside. If we're right, great. If not, they're already in your collection. And as part of that, if you watch the video and leave a substantive comment behind, you could actually win what is in this box. And I actually don't know what it is. Doug sent this to me. Basically, it is a giveaway. It's a giveaway of some sort. And we are going to award it to one person by randomly selecting a comment and a winner from the comment section on that video. That video drops this week at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In addition to those videos, we're also going to be doing Comics Today on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's also a blog post and a podcast that is going to be coming out. I hope you guys will tune in to some of that stuff. Picking up all Alpha Flight. You know, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know if they're going to make an Alpha Flight movie. I'm going to just be completely honest. That rumor has been swirling for years. That rumor has been swirling for years that they're going to do something with Alpha Flight. We will see. We will see. And I mean, I've read Alpha Flight. I own lots of copies of it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, especially if you can pick them up for a couple of bucks. But I just want to put that cautionary note out there that this is a rumor that has been floating around for a while. And Milt, there are a lot of copies of Youngblood 2 floating. No doubt about it. Yes. And just for the record, the comment that you have to leave on the video in order to win what it is that Doug has sent me has to be substantive. Robust if you're feeling frisky. All right, let me see. Regie will take an Alpha Flight movie. Man, hey, you know, here's the thing. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If I say that it won't happen, next week there will be an announcement. That seems to be the way that this works. As soon as I say something won't happen, then that thing actually happens. I hope John, what is that? Alpha Flight 1 goes up. I had John Byrne sign 25 copies when he came out, as well as X-Men. That's what's up. That's what's up, John. Canada will riot if you don't. MCU better consider. Hey, can the Canadians even leave their houses yet? I'm not confident about that. We have a couple of Canadians in here. Are you guys like able to like get out? I think Australia just broke their quarantine or shelter in place, whatever you want to call it. It was like over 100 days, something like that. 100 days that they've been locked down. I think they just broke. All I saw was scenes of bars. So I think that there's some magic happening down in Australia. It's all the Canadians spreading the Alpha Flight rumor. Hey, scroll. Scrolling to some of the comments, John Byrne used to hate signing multiple copies, as I remember. John Byrne used to hate a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why he, had so many conflicts. He is a bristly man. But maybe he's getting nicer. Maybe he's getting nicer in his old age. They already got free healthcare. What else do they want? They clearly want an Alpha Flight movie. Okay, that's what they want. Department H. Make that magic happen. Australians double jack. what is that? I think they may have some movies and shows coming out. Are we going to buy every book when they make a post about it? Or are they just going to hyping things to make you spend money to get prices to rise? I don't know. And that's the thing. That's why when there are rumors and noise out there, you have to consider for yourself the source of that information, the validity of that information. You have to consider whether that is something that you actually want to make actionable, because there's a lot of rumors out there. Some of them prove to be true. Some of those things prove to be true, but it takes a long time for them to come to fruition. Others take a long time to be disproven, but still float out there. So you have to take some time to listen to what is being said and kind of think through it before you actually pull the trigger. So one of the other things I want to mention is earlier this week, I did a live stream in which I talked about the owner of Torpedo Comics actually starting a grading company, a comic book grading company, the owner of Torpedo. There was a comment that was made on Instagram where someone was saying, hey, I think I saw something online on Instagram that said that this was not true. Part of what gave me confidence to actually talk about that, because I'm not the biggest fan of Bleeding Cool. I think some of the articles can be a little hypey, and a little gossipy. So I'm not crazy about some of their content. The one article that I cited, I do believe came from the owner of Bleeding Cool. So that gave me a little confidence that maybe this guy, knows what he's talking about. Maybe he has some information. The other thing I will say to you is that unlike the Nicolas Cage story, which was a rumor proven to be untrue, I have not seen Torpedo put out anything to say that this wasn't accurate. And in addition to that, I shared a post on Instagram. There was someone that went to a con this weekend, saw some folks from Torpedo, asked the question as to whether this was happening or not. They did confirm it. That's a little hearsay. It's a little hearsay, but I wanted to offer this up for folks to at least have a more complete picture of what is being said out there about the possibility that Torpedo is standing up a comic book grading company called Trust Grading, or whatever it's going to be called, something with the word trust. Milt is saying that John Byrne is not a nice guy. That is the rumor on the street. If Reggie needs some assistance over here, you guys help him out. Help him out a little bit. All right. With that said, I am going to wrap this thing up. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me this Sunday night. And again, shout out to my parents if they happen to be watching. I appreciate you guys watching the kids for several hours today while Kelly and I were able to get away and get some time having sushi and coffee and going to Lowe's and just driving around talking to each other. It was wonderful walking the streets, hanging out with her. So I want to thank you guys for that. And please let me know the next date in which you can actually come out to watch the kids, because I will be eagerly waiting for that day to arrive. As a reminder, if you guys are in the North Carolina area, we are going to be doing GarageCon on November 20th. November 20th in the Weddington area of North Carolina, GarageCon. As always, if you guys need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.